On this episode of Your Game Therapy, we're introduced to Giants Deep, and it's absolutely crazy. We finally meet Gabbro and learn there's something very special about him. And one of our earliest questions is finally answered when we poke around the nomad construction yard. All of this and more on this episode of Outer Wilds. Welcome to Outer Wilds, episode 9 on Your Game Therapy. As always, I am your host, Candor, and today we are settling in for a long one. A lot happened in the last 3 hours. I reviewed my notes. I was sitting here going through everything, like just all the names that we've popped up now that have come up, all the stuff that's happened to us, all the very unfortunate ways that we figured out how to die last episode. A lot's going on. But I sat down, I thought about it quite a bit. There was a riddle at one point on Timber Hearth. Always dark in the ancient glade, the quiet shade across old bark. That reminded me of like the Jumanji, the in the jungle you must wait until the dice read 5 or 8. But yeah, today should be fun. I have a lot of things written down. I think. Well, let's get through some questions real quick. The first question I have, it's the biggest thing that's been on my mind, and this is what this game does really effectively, by the way. So I'm just putting it on blast right now. But it is making us tunnel vision right now because I'm so wrapped up in the nomad and their saga, and I don't know how it branches into our timeline yet, but it does. There's going to have to be some way where they're affecting our current time that I haven't really stopped to think about our purpose or our timeline. Rybeck. I think the other one was Gabbro, Feldspar, Chert. I haven't really figured out what they've been doing in space and why they are all just kind of hanging out in the respective moons that they decided to land on or planets they landed on. I also don't know who's responsible for the time loop. At first, I was thinking, it might have been Pokey because she could have caused some sort of tear in time because she wasn't 100% sure of Anona's designs, and she might have created a flaw, and that made I don't know. I don't have enough information to fill in the blanks yet. I also was thinking maybe Feldspar went into the Dark Bramble and he ran into some surviving nomai, or maybe he ran into something that had to do with the vessel or their technology, and he triggered the timeline thing, the time loop. Those were two very prevalent thoughts in my mind. But then I thought about how when you wake up every single time you look up at the sky and something blue gets shot across the sky. And this is where it gets weird. Okay. Let's put on our tinfoil hats. We're going to put on our little tinfoil hats here. I wrote this one down and it was like, the blue thing we see explode at the beginning when we wake up. What if that blue thing is us? I know it sounds insane, but the whole arriving before you depart note on the white hole temple made me think about it. Almost like when we die, the nomai statue saves us by bringing us back to the starting point so we can help them fix something they did or we did. The morbid theory, if we wanted to go super down the scary timeline, is what if every time we die, they're taking our memories and cloning us? And they're ejecting our body across cold space, and we are waking up. And the reason I thought about that was because sometimes when you wake up, it's nighttime. Sometimes when you wake up, it's daytime, and it seems to be because of when you die, not the sun exploding. When you die to a natural cause, like a fall, where whatever time it was when you died seems to be the time you come back. I think, but I haven't gone through the videos to double check that theory. But yeah, I was just wondering, what if the nomai are resurrecting me, or they are reconstructing me from my memories? That's why they scan our brain before we die. So yeah, that was kind of a crazy thing. But there's a couple other things I'll talk about during the actual playthrough. but I want to go ahead and get started. What we're going to do today, and I know that in the last episode I said we're going to go to the observatory and we're going to try to figure out the Black Forge and all that. I'll be honest with you. I feel like we have many pieces of the puzzle, but we're trying to put together the puzzle without all the pieces. And the way you put together, or at least the way I put together a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle, is I like to make the corners first, right? I think that's how most people do it. But I feel like we're missing a couple corners here, so we're trying to put together the story without getting all the pieces together. So what we are going to do today is we are going to go to Giants Deep, which happens to be the only planet we have not visited yet. I would like to speak to Gabbro, if he's out there, get the band back together, and I would like to also find out what's on that planet and what there is to learn about the Nomai there, because I feel like once we have all the pieces together, it should start to make more sense trying to figure out some of the bigger questions that are looming in my head. Just trying to see if there's anything too crazy that I was thinking about. But no, I mean, let's just get started. Grab a drink. Cheers. Get some snacks. Let's play. Let's play. Another part of me wanted to know if I can go back to the museum and if there was anything worthwhile there. But I might revisit the museum in a while. But not right now. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to... You know what? Let's check out our ship log. It's been a while since we've looked at our ship log. I know we unlocked a bunch of stuff. Oh, the anglerfish fossil cave. One of the notes that we read said that there is some information on how to deal with the anglerfish on the Dark Bramble. And I would like to know what that is, but I believe we'd have to get to the Ash Twin or the Ember Twin before the sand goes up, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Now okay, remember what I said a long time ago how big this diagram was going to get? It's gotten pretty big. All right. Sorry, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in real quick. The gravity cannon. The thing that just shot us into space and killed us. A huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. I recalled a Nomai shuttle from the Quantum Moon. Okay, I will say that I think I might have messed up here because I remember when I got on the gravity cannon, it shot me into the air, and I immediately started hitting my thrusters. I wonder if I had not hit my thrusters at all, if it would have shot me towards a planet, and I would have actually like landed at another cannon or something. I don't know. But we might try that again. The Tower of Quantum Knowledge. This tower, located on Brittle Hollow's equator, held useful knowledge. We already read that part. A Nomai named Solanum was told to visit the Tower of Quantum Knowledge to learn one final rule before embarking on her pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. Yeah, and we learned what happens when you take off without knowing whatever the hell that one rule is, because we did that, and it didn't work out for us. Quantum signal. The Nomai detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere on Giants Deep. Quantum signal. The Nomai detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere in the Hourglass Twins. Yes. Okay. What's this? Okay, there it is. There's a strange rock shard in this grove that moves when I'm not watching. It emits a signal on the quantum fluctuations frequency. I found a poem written on one of the trees in the grove. I did not get much sleep the night that I recorded, and I still have no idea what that poem means. I know it's a clue to something, but I did not figure it out. The Nomai on Brittle Hollow observed a phantom moon that would sometimes appear in the sky. Let's not talk about what happened in the last episode because that was terrible. Solanum landed a shuttle on the Quantum Moon. Chert's research notes mention a quantum moon that no Hearthian has been able to land on. There was a note, and I wrote this down. Here we go. Every time you take off to go to the Phantom Moon, you are greeted by the south side of the moon. Everyone arrives at the south side of the moon. I wrote that down just in case maybe it's because we're approaching it at the wrong direction. It's right there, actually. Visitors to the Quantum Moon always arrive at the South Pole for reasons unknown to the Nomai. A nomad named Solemnum landed her shuttle to Quantum Moon's South Pole and prepared to make the rest of the journey on foot. Okay. Okay, so the Northern Glacier we know about. The Nomad are able to warp here from the White Hole Station. This is where they first recreated warp technology. Ooh, that was another thing I wrote down. Sorry for a lot of talking at the beginning, but I'd rather get it out now than forget about it. When we shot the Scout into the dark bramble that was on Timber Hearth, it popped out in the dark bramble. I never shot a Scout into the dark bramble one, and I wonder if I did, if it would shoot it out of Timber Hearth or if it would shoot it out somewhere else. The second thing that made me confused, and this is where I came up with that theory about what if the Nomai are resurrecting us or what if they're cloning us. For one split second, the screen said error duplicate signal found. And that's what made me think, if you're arriving somewhere before you leave, isn't there technically two of you in the universe at the same time? What happens to the one that left and what happens to the one that arrived? And if you guys have ever seen The Prestige, that's a very big, it's a very big plot of the story, or there's a big turning point there. So hopefully we'll get that answer at some point. Every Nomai warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. To use a tower, you must be set on the warp platform during the tower's alignment with its corresponding astral body. The alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. The Nomai noticed something strange. Warped objects appeared to arrive at the receiver on Brittle Hollow slightly before they departed. This negative time interval between an object arriving and departing was incredibly minuscule. Okay, roughly 100,000th of a second. The Nomai were skeptical if their equipment could even measure time to such a small degree. In the high energy lab, which is something that I hope to achieve at some point, either this episode or next, is one of the big things. I think that's where they cracked time manipulation. Negative time interval measured at the White Hole Station was further investigated at the high energy lab. The high energy lab can only be accessed by a path from the Sunless City. That's why we got to get there quick. The Sunless City and the Sun Station. The Nomai debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. I did write down under miscellaneous on my notes, and yes, they are labeled. I wrote down theories and action items. I wrote down, could I land my ship on Hollow's lantern? And the next one was, there seems to be a station that's flying around the sun. Could I land on that without going into the sun as well? Which every single time I've tried flying into the sun, it has ended poorly for us. But okay. They debated it, and if I remember correctly, they decided not to because of the threat it posed. But I don't know. We're going to have to learn more about that. The Nomai debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. Several Nomai opposed its construction, arguing that failure could result in the destruction of the solar system. Hey, that seems to be what happens in our time loop, right? Okay. One of 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched for something called the Vessel, which was badly damaged. We know that. I found a cave with an anglerfish fossil inside, but the opening is only big enough for my Scout. The Nomai learned how to evade anglerfish, theoretically at least, by studying an anglerfish fossil they found on Ember Twin. Nomai children used to play a game in the fossil fish cave. There's a way to enter fossil fish cave from Stepping Stone Cave. Now that I didn't know. I didn't see that. Stepping Stone Cave. Oh, is that where we accidentally stumbled on it, but the sand was too high? The entrance from Stepping Stone Cave is hard to see unless the anglerfish is fed a light first. Okay. We'll roll with that. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. The old settlement. I wonder what these green exclamation points mean. Does that mean we learned everything there is to learn, or is there like an update? The signal was somehow older than the universe itself. The Nomai decided to call it the Eye of the Universe. The Nomai abandoned this settlement over growing concerns about its stability. Okay. These are the murals. A mural nomad vessel encountering a signal. A mural of dark bramble entering the nomad vessel. One of three. Oh, sorry. And then a mural of 3 escape pods evacuating the nomad. Okay, so we got that right. One thing I did want to point out was this ship looks like a bigger version of the moon shuttle. They have the same overall shape. And again, I wonder if their ships are alive because the vessels are always being referred to as unwell or lethal damage to the structure. So I was wondering if maybe they're like a crab or like a turtle in space. But the more I look at that mural, the less likely that is. But that was kind of a cool theory I was playing with. Escape Pod 3 never made it out of the Dark Bramble. I would really like to go to the Dark Bramble to find it. The vessel. The Nomai warped to the solar system in a spaceship called the Vessel. They were attempting to follow a signal from the eye of the universe. The vessel crashed somewhere in Dark Bramble. The vessel's warp core broke when the ship crashed in the Dark Bramble. And that's when they were talking about possibly bringing back the warp core through the Black Hole Forge. The Black Hole. Alright, so the central chamber inside Ashton was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. We don't know why. The Nomai mined ore. Yes, yes, yes. They found semi-aquatic life forms in the waterways near the mine. That's us. Hal says Gabbro went to the Giant's Deep to try to learn more about the Nomai statue in the observatory. That's what we need to find out about. We need to learn more about that statue. The Zero-G cave. That's okay. Don't care about that. Hal says the statue has never opened its eyes before. I wonder if I should go back and talk to Hornfels about the fact that the eyes did open. Nomai device created to pinpoint the source of distant signals. This is another note I wrote down. They were disappointed by their failure to detect a signal from something called the Eye of the Universe. What if the reason why they can't detect the Eye of the Universe is because it got swallowed up by the Dark Bramble? The Dark Bramble is the only place that doesn't appear on a map when we are inside of it. So what if the Eye of the Universe has also been consumed by the anglerfish or by the Dark Bramble? I should just name this episode Theories, and we're just going to spend the next hour of me just talking and not playing the game. We're almost done, I swear. There's a door to the observatory on the surface, but it's broken. You can't get into the observatory from the surface. Yes. We've also wasted a couple runs trying to get to the observatory and not being able to get there. That's why I kind of want to skip it for now. Inside the seed. When I launched my scout into this seed that crashed on Timber Hearth, it ends up in a much bigger space filled with fog and thorny vines. Yes. Okay. That is all. I think we're officially caught up. Let's go ahead and take off. I really just wanted to refresh myself and everyone else watching. Let's go ahead and do something we've never done before, and let's go to Giant's Deep. I'm actually super excited about this. There are a lot of things I still want to do on Brittle Hollow. There are a lot of things I still want to do on the Twins. I actually haven't even explored the other twin yet. But I want to, like I said, just get more information. The more knowledge and the more lore we get, the easier it'll be to put it all together into a story. But okay. Let's get a fresh piece of paper, because that's what episode 9 looks like. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't check my settings, my color settings, and now I'm a little nervous. So we're gonna play, and if the colors, what? Huh? Whoa, it's Water Planet? Okay. Was not expecting this at all. How do you land? Wait a second, didn't we did hear about this. Someone on our village told us there's currents that protect us from something. Protect you from something in the middle of Giant's Deep. That is correct. There was something about this. Okay. Wow, that is out of control. And there is Gabbro's ship. Can I land? Can I land? Okay. Can I land on Gabbro's ship? What would happen? Is it going to blow up? I actually don't. Do I want to land here? I don't want to land here. Let's try. Whoa! Why didn't we do this sooner? Okay, we're landing here because it looks like a decent spot. Wow. Colors look okay. Hopefully it looks good to you guys too. And I wouldn't really be able to tell you if it's right because green and blue looks the same to me. This is exciting. We are on a planet that is mostly water and cyclones. Okay. Unidentified signal ahead. That means that the reason why I landed here was I think that's where I think Gabbro's up here. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. A ton of ghost matter there, which is still my theory for the possible reason why everyone died. Oh. He's right here. The water level is rising. And that is a... okay. Whoa! Whoa! Water. Zero gravity. Oh my gosh. It's so cool. Wait. When there's water, there's no ghost matter. Uh-oh. That's good to know. When there's water, there's no ghost... what is it called? Ghost dust? Or... I don't remember. Moon dust? Moon... Okay, let's talk to this guy. I mean, we just got here, and I should probably say hello to him. Let's identify him. Alright. It's Gabbro. You know what? One of the questions I have too is why are these guys just sitting around? Like, I know they don't have the translator that we do, but they seem kind of sad. Nice. It's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep like... What? But lately I keep like dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died lately, or is it just me? Whoa. Why hasn't Rybeck said anything about this? Or Chert? Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. I'm going to say you're taking this pretty well. Hey, right back at you. Personally, I like new experiences, and I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. It looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell the time's gone all weird. I tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all of my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like I'd seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die. That happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? Then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So no glowing statue, no time loop awareness. I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find out anything new about the statues or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Hold on then. The Ash Twin Project. Some of the statues' eyes were on, and some of the statues' eyes were off. I found that odd, but I didn't say anything about it at the time. Are the number of statues with eyes on the number of people that have looked into the eyes of the statues and activated the time-proof thing? Is it Feldspar, him, and me, the only ones that are aware of this because we're the only ones that have looked into the statues? That's one of my theories I had going, but I didn't say anything about just because. I mean, I was using their eyes as a way of counting them in the circular room. At first I thought how many nomai there were, but it doesn't make sense because we've already named like at least 12 of them, so there were more than 12 statues in the room. But okay. It has to do with the statue looking at you and turning its eyes on. Anyways, that's what's new with me, but hey, this is your first solo voyage. Kind of. Let's talk about you, you know? How's space treating you? Let's find out about him first. What are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing here, really? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. But I tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. And man, could I really go for that. I would love some time and some quiet and some peace to think. Personally. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water. Then less peaceful. Where should I explore on Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Have you been to the Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it. Seeing it is the island where I found the glowing nomai statue. Get it? I was on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. Alright, this guy's becoming my favorite so far. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway. You'll see. What's up with this planet? Haha, I know, right? Oh, you meant like tell you more about it. I gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. No surprises there. There's a strong current a ways beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked. As for land masses, I've counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also the one with the nomai statue I saw on the beach. You've seen the cyclones. Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in water. Less likely to kill you. Okay. I found your ship! Oh, cool! So it's floating in the ocean, huh? Did it look like it was having a good time? Alright, this guy's awesome, man. This guy's really, really funny. Have you ever watched a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they'll put you in a trance if you stare at them long enough. Alright, I found something. I found your quantum poem. Yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It works out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make some more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just like shows up and scares the daylights out of you. Wait, so he wrote the poem? That's all it is? Is that all that poem? I swear when I say I lost sleep over the poem, I was trying to figure out where the old bark would be and the shade and... Okay. Okay. He wrote a poem and I found it and that's all there is to it. Okay. Cool, cool. Take it easy out there. Okay. I really like Gabbro. Really, really a big fan of Gabbro. It'd be cool if like Gabbro, Chert, and Ryback and Feldspar, like if we could get them all together like in one room, you know, or like in one ship. Because it kind of sucks to see them all individually. Like I feel like they miss each other. They were in that picture that we had in the museum. Gotta eat some. Gotta eat some burnt marshmallow. And then, like, they all have instruments. Wouldn't it be cool, like, if they all, like, actually played together? But yeah, I feel like you get so wrapped up in that Nomai, the Nomai adventure or the Nomai history, that you forget. Why can't I take off? Oh, this area has 2 times the gravity. I just got an interesting discussion about that number, the 2.0. I've been referring to the numbers incorrectly, I think, because I used to think that Timber Heart was 0 gravity, but that doesn't make sense. 0.0. So 2.0 gravity means it is harder to jump on this planet than it would be on ours, which is 1.0. And then 0.0 gravity would mean we would float, right? Because nothing's pulling us down. I've also gotten into rewatching a lot of space movies during this game. I watched Gravity, I watched Interstellar, and then I watched a documentary on a couple, a Neil deGrasse Tyson one, and then I watched an Apollo flight one as well during work. So I'm like in full-blown space mode in my head. Alright, let's go look for these islands he's talking about. He also said that before the time loop happens, there's an explosion in the sky. And why is this happening when we take off? Why are we being... Oh shoot, there's something over here. Oh, cool. Alright. What's this? Can I land on this, or is it going to get mad at me? Okay. Why am I in a blue, This is a lift, right? Like, that's... Huh. Okay, let's just not question it. There's trees here, so that's good. But yeah, I've just gotten really into space lately. This has scratched my space itch. Where are we? Can you control the cyclones? Okay. Ooh, scroll. Let's do some lore, guys. Okay, that is the thing that blows up at the beginning of every time loop. And something gets shot out of it that's blue, that travels so fast that it's really hard for us to be able to see what it is. We've almost seen it once. Okay, here we go. If this is like a very easy answer and it was here the whole time, I'm going to be very disappointed that it took me 9 hours to get here. And you guys are probably wondering, why isn't he just going to the other planet? Like, it tells him exactly what it is. He's making this game 1,000,000 times harder for himself than he needs to. Cassava. Oh my god, it's Cassava. If I'm correct, Cassava, I believe, is dating, or was dating, Pokey's sister. And they bumped heads a lot. I think that's the relationship. And I think the sister's name was like Clary. And Cassava and Pokey. Alright, this is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Sorry. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. Okay, hold on. We're being distracted here. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Malo and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. If I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Avens and Malo a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Okay, so the orbital probe cannon. That is a new term. And that is definitely the thing that we see explode in the sky. And something blue gets shot out of it. But this is where I'm struggling to understand. The Nomai existed centuries before we did. Our evolved selves. I didn't expect us to actually run into Nomai in the game that are alive. But if the cannon is going off across the sky, does that mean that there are still some living Nomai? Or like I said, did Feldspar do something in the Dark Bramble? Or is the Dark Bramble somehow allowing us to interact with the Nomai timeline at the same time? Okay, we're just going to stop there, because if I start going down these like multiple timeline theories, we're going to have to draw the biggest... No, we're good. I don't think the orbital probe cannon is what caused the time loop, but I know that it is a part of every loop. Okay. I also think that these things lit up only when the cyclones were directly overhead, so I wonder what that means. There's twin cyclones, it looks like. You want to do it, but don't do it. You want to do it, but don't do it. Maybe when there's no gravity. And just the remains of the Nomai are what really confused me, because what wiped out their civilization? Man, this guy's bones are stuck this way, you know what I mean? Like, that's just... It had to have been a sudden thing. They had to have suddenly died. Oh, this would be a way to get across. So let's go over here to the broken section first. I like this. Oh my god. This is like a mind bender. Let's get out of the water. This is so trippy. Okay. Alright, let's go. We're really going in 360. But now we're back to the side we originally came from, right? Okay. Yeah, we're here. Okay. I think I could have gotten off right there, actually. I made it harder than it needed to be. This mural... Oh, this is at school... Probably gonna tell me what the legend stands for. 12 minutes 37 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. Okay, that means that we have about 18 minutes left before the sun blows up. Yo, that's one thing I wanted to say. Sorry for all the pauses this episode, but I do want to, before I forget, the sun exploding doesn't seem like how do I say this? Unless we caused it to explode prematurely, the sun supernovaing is a natural event. So the part that I'm confused about is, if we fix the time loop, wouldn't the universe just end? Like, aren't we all gonna die? And I'm not saying that's sad, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just trying to say, if the idea is to break this time loop, the universe is going to end either way, and everyone we know is going to die. So I don't know what we do that's somehow going to stop the universe from dying. Because we were reading all those notes about how the universe expands and it gets colder and eventually dies. It seems that we're at the end of the universe right now. So I don't know what the end game of our purpose is. Like, are we trying to stop the sun from going its natural course? Are we going to extend it somehow? Or are we trying to break the time loop, which then causes the universe to end? And do we get to see the birth of a new one? That would be pretty cool. That would be. I'd sign up for that. But yeah, that was just a thought when I was thinking about how the sun blows up every time. All right, so 12 minutes ago they launched it successfully. It couldn't have been the Nomad because control module. I mean, the Nomad are dead, right? Like, I'm so confused. They're dead. Control module. Oh, we're outside Giant Steep, so we're rotating. We're orbiting around Giant Steep. And this looks like it is the place that... Yeah, and there's the pieces of it that broke. Did someone fire the cannon at maximum velocity, which caused damage to it? I think that's what I'm getting at. Again, who? Feldspar? I hate to blame the guy. Like, I'm sure... No, he's in the Dark Bramble. That makes no sense. Give us some answers. I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. I hate those droplets that are like right there. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. Responsible for what? For the power source? Wait, was the proposed power source of the orbital probe cannon, was it the sun station? Question mark. Is that the conversation that we stumbled upon where they said if it even has a chance of messing up, they shouldn't do it? Or am I confusing that with the Ash Twin project? Or is it the same thing? Also, how do we get somewhere other than here? Oof. Can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked. Oh look, there's one of the islands swinging by wildly. Brittle Hollow projection stone. What is it going to show us of Brittle Hollow? And we got to bring it all the way over there? Okay. I'm just making sure there's nothing that we missed. Alright, let's get over there before the cyclone gets here. Interesting. This is definitely a corner piece of the puzzle that I was talking about. Is there anything underwater? No. What is at the center of this planet that the current is protecting? For a second there, I thought it looked like a black hole. But it had like electricity in it or something. I don't know. Oh, cyclone coming right now. Oh. Oh, can I go somewhere while I'm in zero gravity? What was that? Okay, let's use this projector. Oh. Oh. What? Where is that? Where is this in Brittle Hollow? This is the observatory. This is the inside of the observatory. That's the dome structure. The observatory, and it has to do with the cyclones. There's something on the ground. There's a projection stone. I don't know what that is over there, but this is most certainly the observatory that we need to get to. That's the door that won't open where Rybek's note is. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Can we drop this? And then drop this. Drop it. Let's pick up that. Kanoi, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Kasavik convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Kanoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon, and one at the Tower of Knowledge. So this is telling us all the things, like how to get to the places that we already accidentally stumbled upon. We just need to get to the Southern Observatory, and that is where I fell last episode. I was on my way to the observatory, and there was like a broken part of the road, and I took a jump, and it ended up dropping me into the middle of the planet. Huh. How an object might sink below the current. So a piece of the cannon sunk beneath the current, and they don't know how. So they want to go to Brittle Hollow to find out how that would be possible. Now I'm wondering if the cannon was constructed with ore from Timber Hearth or from Ember Twins, and maybe the material is a reason why it sunk. And maybe that's material special. But let me take one last look at this Brittle Hollow. The thing is it something about how it showed how it might sink? No. What? Am I running out of oxygen? Yeah, oxygen. Okay, let's go get oxygen real quick. Let's also drop that. Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I think we have plenty of fuel. Okay. How something would sink past the See, these guys died side by side. It's crazy. Just what is going on? What are these things? I feel like that's it. That's all there is to see in this structure. But what? At least we know what breaks every time the time loop starts. It's something in the cannon. Let me go talk to what if it doesn't let me take off? Oh, wow. Sorry. Let's take off the suit. Okay. It does let me take off. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is not the one I wanted to go to, but that is a place that I would like to go to. I'm trying just to find, what's his face again? What is this? Is that the Dark Bramble? sorry. I'm sorry, ship. I'm so sorry, ship. I actually slammed on the thrusters. Okay, okay, don't fly away from me. Stay here. Okay. Sorry, I got so excited with the dark bramble thing. Is that the dark bramble? Is it on every planet? I haven't seen it in Brittle Hollow. But is it spreading across? Are the seeds of it somewhere in every planet? And is it corrupting the planets or something? Oh, by the way, today we have the oh, you won't be able to see it. It's a Tatooine National Park t-shirt. Have you ever watched a cyclone for so long? Yeah, here, I found something. Never mind. There's nothing to tell him. He already knows everything. Okay. There's nothing won by going over in that direction. Explosion in the sky and it caused everything to go black. Oh my god, where's that dark bramble thing? Was it the dark bramble? Was that what it was? Where is it? It would be right here. If it was right here, it would be right here. Oh, it definitely went away. It went away. Oh no, it's right there. Hold on, let's go into space. Oh, I feel like we're so close to something. We're close to something. What can we do? Please tell me, where's the quantum moon? No, that's not it. It's like the light went out on the universe. What just happened? We lost track of time here. I definitely forgot that we're on a little bit of a time crunch. Can we get out? Hi. Okay. Sorry, that snuck up on me. I didn't know what to make out of that. So... interesting. Something is definitely happening on Giants Deep that causes... I feel like we just... Is it the thing at the center of the planet? Okay. This episode's getting a little long, but you know what? I'm gonna go try to talk to Hornfels. Because I'm gonna have to stop this episode soon, but I'm gonna go speak to Hornfels real quick. Where's the observatory? Oh, I thought we were talking about the observatory on Brittle Hollow. Oh my god, I accidentally played hide and seek with them. Oh, okay, I thought it was gonna be a big deal, but it's not. I see the kitties right there. You're so good at hiding. I would have never found you. Oh, you found me, but my hiding spot was super good. Don't forget you have to find both of us, okay? Oh, no. Okay, so this would have taught me how to use this thing. Hi. I won. I'm happy. Thanks for playing with us. Oh, that's so cute. You're so cute. What is this? Oh no. Did we manage to find a way? Did we get stuck? Okay, we didn't get stuck. Okay. I just wanted to go, I just wanted to go talk to Hornfells, that's all. But I haven't really explored the village much, I guess, aside from talking to everybody. Honestly, this is what gets me stuck, and then I glitch the game. Okay. Here, let's go talk to Hornfells because I'm trying really hard to figure out what we just learned. I feel like we just learned a lot of things. But, let's also just get a refresher on... Is there anything that we don't know? Is there anything we don't know? Yeah, we don't know a lot of things, but is there anything that we don't remember from the early stages of this game that might be important now? Where's the moon dust kid? Or the moon... I need to figure out what that's called. Where's the kid that told us about the space dust? I want to ask him. I want to know if he knows the origins of it. Oh, there's a geyser there. Yeah, we can go up that geyser. Okay. Hi, astronaut. You know the patch of ghost matter? It used to be bigger when they were a hatchling because ghost matter evaporates. It takes a super long time to go away. You know ghost matter is how Tektite lost their foot, right? Wow, that is so cool. Okay, so it takes a long time for it to go away. What if that's the reason? Stupid. Why are you doing this? This is so stupid. What if that is the reason why so many people died? This looks like a platform up here. Okay, we got there. We got there just fine. Okay. Any secrets? Anything that we might... Maybe there's something in the zero... The zero G cave. Oh, the interloper. I was wondering, the interloper has the shape of the Quantum Moon shuttle. I don't know why that's remarkable. I just wonder if the interloper was a shuttle that got frozen somehow. Is there a way on it? Is there a way in it? Alright, let's talk to Hornfells. Hey, look at this. Statue opened its eyes. Bet you wish you would have seen that happen, huh? Sigh, me too. I'm not even a little closer to understanding what's going on with the statue. Tell me more about Feldspar. We already read this. Nothing scared him. Yeah. No. Okay, so no new dialogue options. Nothing to look at here. I didn't realize how early on they were already teasing us with this Eye of the World thing right here, or Eye of the Universe. This anglerfish will not show you the entrance to the cave until you feed it a light. Until you feed it a light. That is so strange. Nothing to do up here. No. No. Okay. I guess that exhausts all the possibilities of there being like some... I don't know. Was I expecting like some hidden thing here? This rock shard, a strange rock moving in this grotto appears to react to conscious observation. Yeah. Okay. Identified the museum shard. Okay. I guess that pretty much wraps up the things we could do this episode. I want to devote the next launch to going to the observatory to figure out how to get to the core of Giant's Deep. Although we didn't visit the... You know what? Let's go back to Giant's Deep one more time. As a matter of fact... Nah, this episode's going a little bit long. All right, this might be a slightly longer episode. I don't want to rush the exploration though, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do the smart thing. So I'm gonna stop right here for this episode. On the next episode, which I'm gonna start right now, we will be going back to Giant's Deep to take a look at that one island that had the 2 rock formations. He said there were 4 islands. One was one we were on. One was where that cannon thing is. And one was... I don't remember the 4th one was. So let's go find islands number 3 and 4. So island number 3 and number 4 on Giant's Deep. But that is all for episode 9. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Your Game Therapy. Make sure to like this video so others can join our community and subscribe to catch next week's episode.